What's up, Falcons fans? Welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Trace Moustakis, but you can call me Moose. And on today's episode, the Falcons received a double dose of good news heading into the 2025 season. Now, before we begin, though, my friends, we have got a game on Friday, which I will be live for. So if you want to come join me to watch some Falcons preseason football, I need you to do me a huge favor. Like today's video, it helps grow the channel, and I will see you on Friday. Good to see you, Falcons fans. Like I said, my name is Moose, and on today's show, the double dose of good news heading into the 2025 season. We're going to start, of course, with the Falcons' first-round pick, number 15 overall, Mr. Jaylen Walker. He will be playing in the Falcons' preseason game on Friday against the Lions, according to head coach Raheem Morris. This is very, very good news. The one thing that you want to see if you're a football fan of any team is your number one overall pick, or your first-round pick, I should say, playing in their first preseason game. You want to see them in full action. You want to see them padded up and out there making hits. Here's what Raheem Morris had to say about Jaylen Walker. He said, when you come back from those hamstring injuries, those back-to-back days can kind of get to you. So we are trying to avoid those things. But Walker is a guy who will get significant amount of work Wednesday in the scrimmage, and he will also get some time in the game on Friday as well. As I previously stated, this is amazing to hear. Obviously, he's been kind of banged up throughout the entirety of training camp. Limited is probably the best word to say, but that's by design, right? You don't necessarily, if he has some hamstring issues, you don't want to be out there forcing him to play and forcing him through all these team drills. What you want is kind of self-preserve a little bit before the next preseason game comes about. So let's not go overboard, but let him loose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of let the leash a little bit longer. Maybe not fully off the leash, but kind of give him a little bit of slack. Let him get out there and make some plays. I think that you're going to like what you see, considering coming out of Georgia, this is a physical, athletic freak, someone with raw power and strength, but also kind of moves like a gazelle for his size. If you're excited to see Jaylen Walker on Friday, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up icon. It's going to help, like I said, grow the channel and shows me that you support the Atlanta Falcons first-round pick. Now, before we continue on with the double dose of good news, which, believe it or not, isn't even about the Falcons at all, at least not directly, do me a favor. If you want to get this Michael Penix jersey on sale right now, go to chatsports.com/MPJ shirt. We've got a variety of Atlanta Falcons gear just for you heading into the 2025 season. And if you want to sport the very best to support your favorite team, do it with the link that I've provided in the comments and description of today's video. That second dose of good news. Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison will be suspended for Week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, you never, ever want to sit here and say, thank God a player is suspended or not playing for any particular reason. These are grown men doing what they can to earn themselves a paycheck for theirs and their family. But I will say this. It does feel a lot better knowing that the only real wide receiver threat that you have to go up against now is Justin Jefferson. Adam Schefter was the first one on this break. He said, basically, the Vikings are suspending Jordan Addison for the first 3 games of the 2025 regular season for violating the league's substance abuse policy. Addison will now miss games against the Chicago Bears Week 1, the Falcons, and the Cincinnati Bengals, which, again, like I said, from a standpoint of what does it mean for the Falcons, it's good for the Falcons defense because Jordan Addison, as far as wide receiver 2s go, are really, really impressive. Like, he's probably one of the best wide receiver 2s in the game. Top 3 for sure. And if I look at the Falcons' 2025 schedule, Week 1 against the Buccaneers, division games, always tough. Now, a little bit more slack against the Vikings, who are starting a rookie quarterback with J.J. McCarthy. That should be a win. Panthers should also be a win. So I'm looking right now at 3-1. You know, that Commanders game is tough, but 2-2 at the worst? I think that's definitely in the realm of possibilities. Back on Jordan Addison for a second. If you go back to his 2024 performance against the Falcons, just kind of trip down memory lane here, maybe more like nightmare fuel. This was easily his best performance of the season, was against the Atlanta Falcons. 12 targets, 8 receptions for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dude went absolutely bananas against the Falcons. So again, this is going to be good, right? This is a good spot to be in for the likes of D. Alford, A.J. Terrell, and of course, Jordan Fuller, Jesse Bates, and Mike Hughes. Huge break also for the Falcons defense, right? Because now what the Falcons did in the offseason and throughout the draft, which is prioritizing players to get after the quarterback, this takes a little bit of pressure off the secondary as well. So let's go back through the Vikings wide receiver depth chart for a second. This might be one of the best wide receiver rooms in the NFL. It's insanity. Like, Jeddah's easily the best wide receiver in the entire NFL. Jordan Addison, unbelievable number 2. They also have a multitude of other weapons to go after, like TJ Hawkinson. So, like I said, this Falcons cornerback room just got a bit of a break. A.J. Terrell, he gets a little bit of slack on him. Mike Hughes gets a little bit of slack, same with D. Alford. And one thing that I do want to note is that A.J. Terrell, being the number 1 corner for the Atlanta Falcons, they have prioritized him in years past being a one-on-one coverage guy. They have now said, because of the ability now that they believe to get back after the quarterback, they want him running a little bit more zone coverage. They want him to sit back and keep the game in front of him, which I think is going to help this Atlanta Falcons team. I really do. Because as your pass rushers get after the quarterback, the corners are now allowed to keep the game in front of them because the quarterback has to get rid of the ball quicker. So the likes of Jaylen Walker and James Pierce Jr. and Zach Harrison, all of these guys getting after the quarterback, one after the other, is going to do worlds for this defense. Not just the defensive line, but for the secondary as well. And I've been a huge Notre Dame fan my entire life. Like, I bleed blue and gold. I got to tell you right now, Xavier Watts, that dude is a stud. The combo of him and Jesse Bates is going to go wild. It's going to feed families in 2025. In fact, I'm not going to be too crazy when I say this. I hope you don't think so. That might be the best safety duo by this time next year in the NFL. Period. Like, they are going to do numbers back there. It's just now a matter of what this Falcons cornerback room, if they can hold their own. And I'm not going to be surprised if he takes over for Fuller. Not at all. He is that good. He is that center fielder at free safety. Somebody at Notre Dame who not only was known for his ball hawk skills, but could climb the box and make hits when he needed to. He is a playmaker at his very, very core. Now, let's go back again to the double dose of good news like I was talking about with Jordan Addison being out. The only guys you really now have to worry about, majorly, are Jeddah's, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones has his moments. So really, it's more so Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson, who missed quite a bit of time last year with a major injury himself. So what's my full take? The overarching umbrella of today's episode. If the pass rush can get home on a rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, it's going to make the secondary's job smooth sailing, calm waters. And one thing Falcons fans know better than any other fan in the entirety of the NFL. It has been rough waters trying to get after the quarterback. It's just been the biggest weak point of their entire defense for the last couple of seasons. Now with the draft picks and the speed that Raheem Morris has added to this defense, I think you are looking at a much new and improved Atlanta Falcons defense, which is why I'm typing my ATLs. That's right. I'm staking my claim, bang, right down into the ground. The Falcons are going to beat the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm typing my ATL. But if you think otherwise, if you think Minnesota's roster, their defense, their offense is just way too good, type your MIN down in the comment section below. But at least let me know why. Defend your answer if you're not going with the Dirty Birds. Now, that is going to do it for us on today's episode. A reminder to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Like the video if you haven't already. I'm very excited to be joining you this season, Falcons fans. My name is Moose. Until next time, be cool.